Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery channel. Join us on an exciting journey through the American rainforest, home to one of the greatest man-made masterpieces, the Panama Canal. Dubbed the mother of all shortcuts, the canal is not only a great achievement in the construction industry but also a symbol of creativity and relentless effort. Every year, about 200 million tons of goods pass through the canal's gates, making it an important artery in global trade. Imagine giant ships passing through the water, raised and lowered by giant sluice gates, creating a spectacular picture in the middle of the wild nature. In today's video, we will explore the greatness of the Panama Canal, not only from an engineering perspective but also through interesting stories and challenges that people have overcome to make this dream come true. Let's find out what wonders await us on this journey. The Panama Canal, a great engineering marvel, connects the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, offering unimaginable shipping opportunities. Think about it, before the canal, shipping from New York to San Francisco required a 22.50 kilometer journey. With the canal, that distance was cut to just 9.50 kilometers. The idea of a waterway across the Isthmus of Panama dates back to the early 16th century. Kings and emperors of the time saw that a canal would provide easier passage for ships, boosting trade and commerce between lands. However, it was not until 1880, after the completion of the Suez Canal, that there was a real explosion of confidence in the possibility of this idea becoming a reality. With great foresight, the talented architect Ferdinand de Lesseps set out to build a canal across this area. However, at that time, Panama was only a small province and the construction process encountered many difficulties and challenges. The tireless efforts have been etched into history, creating a symbol of human perseverance and creativity. On January 1, 1880, the Panama Canal project was officially launched, marking a major turning point in maritime history. Workers began digging deep into mountains and the lowest points, facing the enormous challenge of removing more than 120 million tons of earth and rock. They worked tirelessly, but the process encountered many obstacles. Hundreds of tons of mud needed to be cleared, and the number of workers was severely reduced. In addition to the difficulties of the terrain, the 77 kilometers long project also had to cope with epidemics, especially malaria, along with unexpected landslides. In the first year, about 6,000 workers died, making Panama a land haunted by malaria rather than a great project. After 5 challenging years, the French had to abandon the plan due to huge losses of manpower and lack of experience. But 24 years later, in 1904, the United States decided to revive the project. Thanks to advances in sanitation and medicine, the number of deaths had decreased significantly. However, during the construction period under American management, 5,609 workers still died. Finally, in 1914, the Panama Canal officially opened, closing a tragic but proud chapter in history. In total, about 27,500 lives were sacrificed to realize the dream of connecting two oceans, leaving us with a project that is not only a technical achievement, but also a symbol of human willpower in the face of all challenges. The Panama Canal, a great engineering marvel, has completely changed the face of water transportation. Although some people refer to it as a big ditch, no one can deny that it has revolutionized the maritime industry. Since its completion, ships have only taken about 8 hours to travel from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, 40 times faster than before. With its impressive scale, the Panama Canal has become an important transportation hub, connecting 140 shipping routes and 1.700 ports in 160 countries. The canal brings in billions of dollars each year for Panama and is still operating at full capacity. Continuous investment in expanding facilities has helped the volume of goods passing through the canal reach over 400 million tons per year. This not only reduces costs in the transportation industry, but also facilitates trade, especially for the United States. Not only that, the Panama Canal also significantly shortens the length of the sea route, reduces the cost of products, and ensures the safety of both people and goods. Revenue from customs duties from the canal contributes greatly to the national budget of Panama. Imagine if this canal were to close one day, the consequences would not only affect Panama but also the global economy. Colombia, located next door, has planned to build a similar canal, since they also own small strips of land connecting the two oceans. The Panama Canal, an engineering marvel, is notable not only for its size but also for its sophisticated operation. The canal's lock system allows ships to pass through different heights and lows thanks to 3 locks. Each lock has 2 lanes, which act like giant elevators, lifting ships up to 26 meters above the lake and then lowering them to sea level on the other side. Most ships travel through the canal on their own. However, when they enter the locks, they are assisted by 4 to 8 electric locomotives, which help them steer safely and precisely. To build this system, humans had to move a huge amount of earth and rock, equivalent to stretching a train 4 times the circumference of the Earth. The maximum draft allowed in the Panama Canal is 15.2 meters, measured from the bottom of the ship to the waterline, and each ship has draft markings on its stern and bow to indicate its draft. The cost of passing through the Panama Canal is calculated in detail by special software, based on parameters provided by humans. These criteria were established at an international conference in 1969, which determined the weight of cargo and the size of the ship. Depending on the type of ship, warship, cargo ship, or chemical tanker, the toll will vary. The record for the lowest toll ever paid to pass through the Panama Canal is 36 cents, which is incredible. This number was set in 1928, when a man named Richard Halliburton crossed the canal using only a rice-powered engine, meaning he simply swam. The story of Panama Canal tolls is not only interesting, but also demonstrates the diversity and wonder of sea journeys. The first ship to pass through the Panama Canal was none other than the SS Kang, an American passenger ship owned by the Boston Steamship Company, with a length of 150 meters, a width of 18 meters and a load capacity of about 9.600 tons. This ship was not just a normal means of transport but also carried a great mission. The SS Kang played an important role in the construction of the canal. It was used to transport workers and construction materials from New York to Panama, contributing significantly to the success of this ambitious project. For that reason, right after the canal was completed, the Kang was honored as an honorary ship, becoming the first ship to officially pass through the Panama Canal. However, behind the greatness of the canal, it was not always rosy. Although it opened up huge economic opportunities and connected the oceans, the path to achieving this achievement was also full of hardships and challenges. The Panama Canal, in all its glory, is a symbol of man's tireless efforts, and the SS Kang, in its historic role, has left its mark on the history of this wonder. The Panama Canal is not only an engineering marvel, but also a testament to the terrible hardships and challenges faced by its builders. When work began again in 1904, thousands of workers carried materials on their shoulders through dense jungles and mountains with summer temperatures reaching 37 degrees Celsius. Amidst the buzz of mosquitoes and the constant downpours of tropical rain, their lives were extremely harsh. Floods washed away their camps and the food they received often had to wait a long time to arrive. Sometimes not fresh, because it had traveled 22.500 kilometers from the port to the starting point. One engineer who participated in the construction wrote in his diary, "There were times when I did not see the sun for 2 weeks. My clothes were always wet, and there were poisonous snakes everywhere. I witnessed 27 people die of snake bites in just 3 months." But death was not limited to snakes, it came from heavy falling rocks, malaria spread by mosquitoes, and flash floods that killed dozens. John F. Stevens, the project's chief engineer, was so frustrated that he ordered a metal coffin from the United States, just to make sure that if anything happened to him, his body could be brought home instead of buried in the jungle. Many people ran away because they could not bear the hardship and lack of food. He wrote in his notes, kept at the San Francisco Maritime Museum, "During the rainy season, we had only bread and turnips. Sometimes we tried to keep the mules to butcher them, but we did not always succeed." In addition to facing the harsh environment, workers also had to fight diseases caused by the poor living conditions, garbage, human excrement, and bacteria. Many people contracted jaundice and malaria. To combat this, they chewed coca leaves, which had pain-relieving and health-enhancing properties, but also caused another problem. By the time a new doctor arrived, workers were required to sleep under mosquito nets and take regular medication. The story of the Panama Canal is more than just a construction journey. It is a relentless struggle by brave men and women who risk their lives to realize the dream of connecting two oceans. Trong suot ko trin lam viet tai ken dao Panama. Kong enan phi doi mat voi in hu hiam ngui. Trong du ko ben sot ret. Mot ki tu tan enan da quop di shine mang kua hang yan ingui. De bao vi ban than. Ho thung phi boy di hoa len da, mot bian fop tam toi gi up jam tu su tan kong kua muoi. Kim wa de doa tu dik ben jam bot. Tai nan lao dong lai tro than nguyen enan tu vong hang dai. Nam 1909, trong mot kong trin dao nchan ken sao 12 met. Rong 100 met va di 15 kilometers. Xuyen quay khu vuk duk goiler, hem nui deering guk. Hon 100 kong enan da mat mang. Nguyen enan chu yer la du duoi nuk. K de va dat lo. Hon 3 true kilogram thuok no da duk su dung trong kong viets nay. Kien choin huing guoi bai diets de kong kip tim cho truen. Trong khi nung nguoi kem may man da mai nam duoi hang tru tan dat door. Ken dao Panama, mot kai quan tef kua the joy. Kong chi mo ra mot con duong hang hai moi, nyan hon. Hu quay hon va in tone hon, ma con gi lai nung hai shine to lon kua hang nyan kong enan. Nung con nguoi dung cam nay da kong nai gian ko. Ho da na song de heen thuk hoa jiek mo ket noi hai dai duong. Cam on ban da theo doi cao chuyen day cam hung nay. Noi ban thay tu vai. Dung quen enan nut dang kai ken va bat chung thong boro de kong bo lo nung video teep theo. Chung ta she gap lai nha trong nung cao chuyen tu vai hon nua. Sin chow tam biat va hen gap lai.